Lord, thou hast been our dwelling place in all generations. Before the mountains were brought forth, or ever thou hadst formed the earth and the world, even from everlasting to everlasting, thou art God.
To many people, God is a mere appendix to life, something to be added on after everything else is taken care of. To others, God is a convenience, someone to help them out of their worst troubles and to forgive their sins from time to time. They say that is what God is for, to help people out of trouble and to forgive their sins. Such people are not really worshippers of God. They are just idolaters. They have made a god in their own image, and they use it for their own purposes. How different is the God presented in the psalm? First of all, he is a personal God, for he is addressed as thou. Many people think of God as a natural force, power, or influence, properly referred to as it. But the Bible speaks of God as he and him, and addresses God as thou or thee. The Bible speaks of God as a person. God is also the eternal God. He never had a beginning and can never have an end. He is above all distinctions of time. Past, present, and future are all equally present to him. God thinks of these terms only in relation to his creatures. For God himself, all is an eternal present. All points in created time are equally present to him. The psalm expresses this truth, not in abstract philosophical terms, but by the figure of 1,000 years compared to a watch in the night. Psalms 90 verse 4. Then, God is presented here as absolutely distinct from the created universe. First there was God, then afterwards there existed the world. First God, then the mountains. The mountains had a beginning. God always was. Therefore God is distinct from the creation. He is not tied up or limited by his creation. He is the creator, high and lifted up, always distinct from all created things. Modern religion believes in a God who is thought of as part of the universe. It speaks of God as the heart and soul, or the intelligence of the universe. This means that God and the universe are just two sides of the same picture, two parts of the same whole. They cannot be separated. If this idea is true, then either the universe is eternal, or else God had a beginning. So modern religion has come to believe in a limited or finite God, a God who is merely a function or aspect of the universe, not its transcendent creator. The psalmist also represents God as the actual determiner of all events that come to pass. Thou turnest man to destruction, and sayest, Return, ye children of men. Thou carriest them away as with a flood. Psalm 90 verses 3-5. From the fall of a sparrow to the rise of an empire, God absolutely controls every fact in the universe, every event that ever comes to pass. This kind of God may perhaps not be easy to believe in, but the point is, this kind of God is really worth believing in. This kind of God is not a mere Superman. He is not the product of man's imagination or idealism. He is real, he exists, he is the greatest of all facts. The great majority of our fellow human beings either do not believe in this God of the Bible at all, or they fail to take him seriously. They fail to realize that at every point in their life they must reckon with God. God is the great background of human life. In him we live and move and have our being. Acts 17 verse 28. Without God, the God of the Bible, human life cannot have any real meaning. Without the God of the Bible, life is a mystery and ends in a question mark. But with God, life does indeed have a meaning. Only when our God is really the God of the Bible, the living and true God, and only when he is taken seriously. Not only worldly people, but many church members fail to take God seriously. Someone has remarked that the modern church has been vaccinated with a mild variety of Christianity and is now immune to the real thing. There is some truth in this observation. Our easygoing, formal, convenient religion does not take God seriously. Only when God is reckoned with at every point in life do we really take him seriously. The currently sensational "God is dead" theology is not really surprising at all. It is what should be expected, the logical end product of modern secularism. From saying that God is irrelevant for all but a fraction of human life to saying that God is dead is but a step, and a logical, consistent step at that. The God is dead theologians are wrong, but they are consistent, more consistent than ordinary liberals and demythologizers of the Bible. The God of liberalism is indeed dead, but the God of the Bible is eternally alive.